Joshua Rubin is a 66-year-old software developer from Brooklyn. But for nearly 4 months, you could find him outside the Tornillo Detention Center in Texas, keeping an eye on how unaccompanied minors were treated.
2 DCs taking one guy somewhere.
Why do you call it a prison?
You know, it's interesting because when I got here, a lot of the employees would come out. They weren't supposed to talk to me, but they'd have to talk to me. And they'd say, hey, they got it great in there. They're eating great. They get to play. They're warm. They got new clothes. And I would say, and can they leave?
The government opened the facility outside El Paso in June to accommodate what the Trump administration called a dramatic increase in children crossing the border alone. At its peak, 2,800 minors were housed here. There are people who will see this and say, those children are better off here than they were in their home countries. What do you say to that?
Well, I don't know. I wasn't in their home countries. They might be better off here, and I'm sure when they get here, for the first week, they think, wow, this is great. But they came here with a name written on their arm or a note that they have to call a member of their family. That's the way they came here. And what they want to do is join their families.
Rubin managed to talk to some of the kids through a fence, even though they were instructed not to talk to him. One boy said he had been there 4 months. Another said 6 months. The mental health of these children seems to be one of your big concerns.
They're in jeopardy. The studies show that people spending time like this in here can lead to attachment disorders. And to put that in plain language, that means that they may leave here never really being able to trust enough to love or feel loved. That's a concern, and that's what they're putting them through. And there's no reason because their families are out there waiting for them.
Rubin left the area on Monday since the detention center is now closing. The Department of Health and Human Services has increased the size of its other temporary facility in Homestead, Florida, which already houses more than 1,200 migrant children. They recently requested an additional 1,000 beds.